The Grand Rapids Griffins have eclipsed the 100-point mark for the first time since 2016-2017 with a 6-3 win over the Manitoba Moose. The Griffins have now clinched both their division and the Western Conference, securing home ice for the first several rounds of the playoffs. Newcomer Wojciech Stachowiak had another multi-point game with a goal and an assist, and now has 9 points in 5 games since joining the team. There are just 6 regular season games left, and the Griffins continue to heat up. This is your 7-Minute Wings. Welcome back to the Red Wings Report with Strings and Pucks. This is Jeremy Laura. Please click that like button, and if you haven't yet, please click subscribe. We're just around 1,700 subs, and I split this channel off around July of last year. We had about 70 subs last July, so I'm really blown away. Thank you guys so much for coming by and tuning in. So we talked about this as a possibility yesterday. Axel Sandin Pellikka has been recalled to Detroit ahead of the game against the Rangers. The Flyers won yesterday, so the standings see a 4-way tie at 88 points heading into today. Detroit and Ottawa have games in hand against Columbus and Philadelphia. Washington sits at 85 points. Detroit's banged up, and it seems likely that ASP will see limited minutes while Jacob Bernard-Docker could see a fairly significant boost. It'd be great to see ASP cash in on the power play. He had 2 goals and an assist in his first 3 games back for Grand Rapids. His confidence is back there, and if he can get a little time and space, he really has a nice shot. I'd love to see him at least get a point on the power play, and I'd love to see him get a goal. If they could get some extra scoring out of him today, that would just be huge for the team. I'm not even sure where they're putting him in the lineup, so we'll have to see, but would love to see him cash in today, assuming he's on the ice. The Rangers are in last place, but they could easily play spoiler in this one. DeBrincat is now just 1 goal shy of 40, having matched last year's goal total, and he became the first U.S.-born Detroit Red Wing to eclipse 80 points in a season in the franchise's history. Lucas Raymond, he's sitting at 25 goals, and he wants 30 this year. Badly. We know he can go off, and a multi-goal game from Razor would put him closer to the mark. The team has to win this. They got to focus on 1 game at a time, and each game is an elimination game. Hopefully someone will carry this team to a W, and they're sitting at 90 points tomorrow. For the Griffins, the story is nearly the polar opposite. The team's been at the top of the AHL for the entire season. Right now, they sit 2 points behind Providence for the league lead as the season winds down. The team's now clinched both the Central Division, sitting 25 points ahead of Chicago, and they've clinched the Western Conference, sitting 12 points ahead of Ontario. Grand Rapids has guaranteed the ability to have home ice for all but the Calder Cup finals at this point, and they still have a chance to get that done as well. Newcomer Wojciech Stachowiak. 3 of his 5 games with the Griffins have been multi-point games. 3 goals and 6 assists since arriving. He only had 1 multi-point game with Syracuse in the 38 that he played, and only 17 points total in those 38 games, 9 goals and 8 assists. Before his second game in Grand Rapids, Stachowiak hadn't registered a point in 10 straight games. Obviously, Detroit saw something, and the change has been amazing for him. Stachowiak opened the scoring for Grand Rapids in this one. He was able to get behind the defense and stay a step ahead on a breakaway. Eduards Tralmaks had a beautiful goal in tight, spinning and tucking in a rebound off of a shot by Anton Johansson. Leonard scored his 31st goal of the year off of a 2-on-1. He has 48 points in 42 games, and he's just 5 goals shy of his career-high 36 that he scored last year, and he'd played 30 more games that season, 72. He's tied for second in the league and is 6 goals behind the league leader, who has 37, but he's played 22 more games. Michael Brandsegg-Nygard was the game's first star and scored the game winner in the third. Manitoba had tied it up at 3 apiece, and MBN, again with that quick release, gets his 18th of the season. He's 4th on the team in goals and 3rd in points with 41. MBN now has a chance to eclipse 20 goals in his rookie campaign. Amadeus Lombardi scored his 14th of the year. He has 39 points in 42 games played. Another season at nearly a point per game, but again, injuries have just derailed his development. When he's available, Lombardi is a great contributor for this team. Gabriel Seger finished it off with an empty net goal. Seger had blocked a shot in his own end and was limping as he grabbed the puck and sent it down the ice. Anton Johansson had 2 assists in just his second game with the Griffins this season after coming over from Sweden. He brings a great physical element, and he's been another nice add in the final stretch. Grand Rapids will play the Moose again today, and then they're off for almost a week before they play their final homestand of the season. This team has everything clicking at just the right time. Detroit's injury situation could still open the door for some more call-ups, especially with their unrelenting schedule with a game every other day for their final 7. Both teams are winding down and with very different stories. The Griffins are still looking to take the league lead in the final 6, and the Wings, they're trying to grab a wild card spot in the tightest race I can remember for the final 7 games. We'll see what happens as both teams are in action with matinee games today. Thank you again to everyone who stops by. It's been unbelievable to see this little channel be able to kind of hang in there for the first season with so many different ups and downs. And honestly, the Griffins having such a historic season is the reason that I've been able to do this channel. So many people stop by because they love what that team's doing, and it's been really exciting. This was your 7-Minute Wings.